Welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends opinion. Let's share, collaborate, but most of all, let's fight.
Raiders, hopefully you're having a great day. I want to take some time and go over the events in game today. I know this is a later video, but I still wanted to go over them and give you my thoughts. We have this anomalous Titan event and the hero's path, of course, and we're still got the demon coalition event. So just to rewind back a little bit, we did the Mabara fusion, and of course we managed to get her. It was actually one of the easier fusions I have ever done, so I don't know if that's because of the progress on my account I was able to do it easily, or whether it was all because of planning. And I know a lot of people were upset about sort of what happens at the back end of the fusion. We're getting surprised, but I always expect the Plarium to surprise me to the negative side, where things just get harder with something we didn't know. So that's why I never plan to skip things. I always try to do as much as I can, and if I do have to skip something, it's because of an emergency of time just didn't permit. And because I was doing everything on time, the fusion went flawlessly. I actually ended up with an extra 25 shards for the epic here, and I could have gotten another 25 more from the extra 50, but it wasn't needed. Didn't have to do that much, so I got to skip an event and still got my fusion. Surprisingly, I got my last epic that I needed for Mikage, and got my Mikage and managed to pull her during the champion chase that was happening. So I now have Mabara and Mikage. So I'm still trying to get used to them, see how to learn how to use them and the best way to gear them. The same thing with Mabara. Now, I sort of been testing them out in the Titan Demon Lore event, our collision event, and I sort of respected these two champions specifically to, like, right away, as soon as I threw some good gear on them, to kind of just blow my scores away. That hasn't happened yet, and I think it has to do a lot with me just learning to use the champions and the skills and how to go about them. I understand that they're very good champions, but my scores are still pretty much the same. They haven't impacted my scores as much as I expected, and that's because I already had really good champions with my best gear who were tailored to do this content, right? I spent the last 3 weeks re-gearing this champion and doing the best I could. So coming in here and just replacing the fat man over here with Mikage and putting good gear on her, it's not doing everything. So we're still trying. So I'm hoping before the end of the events I'm able to get all the rewards that are out there. But that's just an overview of the past fusion and how amazed I am that I managed to finally get Mikage. I'm really happy about that, so I'm gonna build her out and see how it goes. But now the reason why we're here, the Anonymous Titan event. So as you can see, I've already done a few of the events out there, whatever's easiest. So we've been doing gear enhancement, got a little bit left to go. Getting all these points in the hero path from grinding. So just whatever grinding I was doing in game, I always like to take screenshots to see how my energy versus points usage was and keep track of them, and then I review the screenshots. So whether I was doing multi-battles or I was just gaining XP, right? So I did some of the events here. We were doing the ice golem, right? 400 energy for 400 points in the ice golem, and then 755 Titan points. That's a little less than 2 points per energy. I got a little bit better here. I used more energy for the ice golem. This is what it took to do the whole ice golem event on stage 20 for me. That 400 energy plus another 1216 energy, a little over 1600 energy, right? Got a shot out of it, over 2369 points for the path event, for the hero's path. And then these are the points that are pretty much a little over 1-to-1 energy plus for ice golem point on stage 20. So that's where the points I have right now have been coming from just whatever little grinding I did. I saved the points. I actually ended up doing a lot of grinding in the spider dungeon. And the reason for that was simply because I had a Marius mission where I had to get 10 mythical accessories to drop from the spider dungeon, and I was about halfway, so I decided to finish it and use my energy there. Got me another 2,000 here. That's almost 2 to 1, right? 2 points, hero pass points per energy. I was gonna wait till there wasn't a spider event, but I really wanted to get through that Marius mission. They're grueling missions. I'm almost on the last third part of the Marius mission, so anytime I can make some progress on them, I try to do that. So that's where we are right now. So here we go, back to the hero's path. So what we want to do here is basically we want to get all these Titan points. The fact of the matter is I am not going to go for the Mabara soul. It's just too expensive for souls. I think Plarium just puts too much value on how hard they have made these souls to get, especially a 6-star soul, which is about the hardest thing you can get in the game, and the value they placed on them. You know, for a champion like Mabara, a 1-star soul, you get the extra HP, which is what you want. Then you get attack. It means absolutely nothing, right? So Mabara does not benefit from the 2-star soul because it just boosts attack. Then it does benefit once you go to 3 stars because the defense, every champion, whether it's defense or not, benefits from having higher defense, just as an HP champion benefits for having HP and defense. An attack champion benefits from all 3 stats, from having HP, attack, and defense. And a defense champion does not benefit at all from having attack. So these souls basically skyrocket, right? They're pretty much 20 coins in the shop. When you get a 2-star one, it's 40, and then when you go to the 3rd star, they suddenly skyrocket to 120 coins and become really expensive, and they keep jumping and jumping for the extra stat. I'm not sure that the value is there. I'm not sure that she needs a 5-star soul because she doesn't need accuracy. Right? Do I want to go that far for her? No, because this is going to cost me every shard I have and my ability to do a fusion later on. What I do care about is getting all these Titan points and getting a soul for Marius. So let's take a look at the champions, right, for this event. So we just got Mavara. As soon as I got her, right before I did the fusion, I saw her soul in the shop for 20 coins at 1-star, and I took that soul. So I have her. She's on Survival Instinct. I'm probably gonna change it to Intimidating Presence. Let's see, it's just as a 1-star soul. I will probably end up changing to either Lightning Cage or Intimidating Presence. It's just something I put on her for the time being. And that's pretty much all you need really for her. I'm happy with that. I'm still working on her build. She's got a 1-star soul. I'm not going for the 5-star soul. It is simply too expensive to drill down all the way there. What we are all here for is this 5-star soul for Empress. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I have a 1-star soul on Empress, the extra HP, which I'm very happy I at least have that. But every time I go in arena, this is a champion I pick, whether it is to keep the opponent from picking him or so I can benefit from having him. He's an amazing champion. You all know that. We all have access to him, right? We can get him by doing Chimera. And getting a soul to drop out of a stone for him is practically impossible, right? The ads are always against us. So this surprise event to get the 5-star soul for him is something I'm definitely happy about and I want to do. You know, these are just the points that I got from the training event and the golem event, right? So we did the ice golem. Here's where we are. We're basically getting the Titan points everywhere. We did the training event and we went as far as the Titan point. That's all we care about. The training event gets expensive otherwise, and we're gonna do everything we can. And as always, I know that everybody starts their guides telling you, you only have, there's 1,750 points available. You only need 1,500 points. Let's plan to skip 250. That's your biggest mistake. I disagree with anyone that gives you that advice and starts any video telling you how to skip something that's for an emergency, because anything can happen in your life. They can keep you from completing this event, and then because you skipped at the beginning, you're not able to finish it. And like I said at the beginning of this video, Plarium makes things more difficult towards the end, the second half of whatever event on the second week, where they're not giving you information. So I expect that whatever happens towards the end of this, the second week of this event, something at the end will be complicated to get the last points, right? And I don't want to deal with it. I don't want the surprise. I don't want the expense. I don't want the trouble. So I'd rather get my points now with the information that I have, because I have information. I know what the points are. If I skip them now and they put a harder event where I need all my shards, then I don't have a choice and it is too late, right? That's what happened to a lot of people with the Mabara Fusion. They said, oh, everybody recommended to skip the Summon Rush. Let me skip the Summon Rush, right? And then when they found out what they needed to do in the second half, they were upset, because they had already skipped points in the Summon Rush and now they no longer could skip and they had to do it, right? So that's the situation you don't want to be in. So let's take a look here at what we have. Now that we know what we want to do and that we want to go to the 10 points mainly and just get that and forget about the Soul for Mabara, we need to plan correctly. And that's where we have RSL X, this tool built by Switch. It is amazing for planning. It's my favorite website to go for raid. I'm gonna put the link in the description. Make sure you are using it. This is a must use to plan any event you're doing in raid, right? So that you know exactly what you're doing and how you're getting. It looks like they have updated the layout. Look at this. Even the layout is updated to look better on my phone. This used to be on the right hand side over here. Now it's right up here. It looks amazing. I mean, the Switch has done a great job with this. It's amazing. I'm very happy. You can see it's safe. My changes from the last time I came here, my plan. So this is gonna be my plan. I'm going to get all the Titan points. In order to do that, I need to get 2 keys. And as soon as I select everything, right, it goes ahead and shows me. Right, so we come down. We're gonna select, well, maybe I shouldn't have done that. So we're gonna select everything here. All right, we're gonna get the key. We're gonna open this one and we're gonna get the points. And it shows me that I am going to need 53,000 points in total, but I have already put some in here. This is pretty much how much I have in sacred shards. So if I were to use all my sacred shards, it would give me this point. So I put that amount in here to deduct it to see how much more I need. So I need another 26,000, 28,000 looks like. As you guys saw, I already have, let's see, I already have 6,000 points, right? I can add that as well. And then I need to decide the remaining whether I'm gonna use any of my other shard types to open it. I really don't want to open any sacreds, to be honest. I want to save my primals for when there's a primal event again, because I never save anything. And I always open the ancient shards. Those are my go-to. Because they're easier to get. You actually get more points for ancient shards here versus any other events. I do have 1,000 mystery shards. These are the 1,000 that I bought for the $10 deal from Plarium. And I'm keeping them in stock. I will not use them during this event. The reason for that is if I were to use 1,000 mystery shards, I would get 3,000 points. That's about less than a sacred, right? A lot less than a sacred. But if I were to use 1,000 shards in a summon rush or a champion chase, I would be getting 2 sacreds worth, right? So I gotta save these shards for a champion chase or a summon rush and use them that way. The other option here is to actually use money, and this is the only time where I think it's really good value, and it's during the Hero's Path. During Hero's Path, they always have these coins that you can buy here, you can count. This is the only time where I think they actually gone out of their way in giving you good value. And the reason for that is a sacred shard cost, the best price I ever seen it is $15. It's usually around $20. And they are giving you almost twice, right? So it's 4,500 points for a sacred shard. That would be 9,000 points for 2. You are getting 7,250 points for $10. That's a sacred shard and a half for $10. So for $10, you could get a sacred shard and a half worth of points. Yes, of course, you are not gonna get whatever hero comes out of a sacred shard and from opening it, but 20 times out of 20, I'm always gonna get a horrible epic that I don't want. I don't need any more epics. I'm not looking for epics. I don't never hit on the sacred shard, so I don't get anything good. I'd rather save my sacred shards and purchase this for $10. I'll probably purchase 2 of these eventually, $20. It's better than purchasing actual sacred shards and trying to use them and get them an epic, and I get what I need. These things, I actually find them valuable. And the reason why I want to make sure and I get all the Titan points, aside for proper planning, right? Because I don't know what's going to happen to the back end of this anomalous Titan event, is because I do want to get his 5-star soul. As I said, he's amazing. I want to get the soul for him. I don't want to wait till it comes up out of a stone. I haven't been able to pull any more than the 1 star I have. I had him for quite a while now, and I do want to get all of these, right? The mythical book, all of these resources, especially this rare speed glyph over here. All of these resources, they're okay, they're not amazing, they're worth getting, but then we have this fusion token, and this for me is a must get. This is probably the gem within this Titan event, this fusion token, because I'm one of the people that does not have Wixwell. Well, I have a Titus, I don't have Wixwell. I need to go back and be able to get them. I was fairly new to the game when Wixwell fusion came around, and I couldn't get them. My account was too small and too young at the time, right? So I want to make sure I get this fusion token, and I want to be able to get Wixwell at the first opportunity, right? And this fusion token will give me 3. It will give me the ability the next time I see a fusion that is not so desirable and not gonna change my account, I can replace it with Wixwell. So I want to do that. After that, pretty much everything else that you get throughout here, I always think that these rewards are very disappointing. Plarium really needs to update what they're providing here, because there's a lot of effort going into this to get these rank charms, 50 lesser oils. You can get this from anywhere in game, right? With very little effort, very little energy. Nobody cares about rank 1 basalt. Like, this is pretty much garbage, right? Especially in milestone 1s. This is all garbage. I don't know why Plarium doesn't understand that. These rewards need to be buffed times 3, times 5, right? You need more Immortal Souls coins, 100k silver. Plarium should never give you less than 500k silver for anything, just because silver, something you use so much in the game, it really means nothing to have 100k silver. You can't do anything with this, even if it's the first milestone. The gems, I don't mind. They could give you more. Again, all of these rewards should be boosted. A rare skill tome. I mean, for a player that's been playing almost 2 years, I could care less if they give me 20 rare skill tomes. They're garbage. They're garbage to me, right? To most players, they are garbage. They don't mean anything. Give us an epic skill tome at the very least, right? Boost these rewards. They're pitiful, right? Ancient shard, 1 ancient shard. Start giving people 3, 5 ancient shards, because they have very little meaning. The drop rates are so low. You're already taking advantage of us. Reward your players, make your player base happy, make them happy to be here and supporting the game, so they can get more support and we can have a better game and a better experience, right? These rewards, 2 energy, look at where we had at 420 points. That's pitiful. That's why we finally see an epic skill tome at 540 points. These rewards could be boosted. Anyways, I'm gonna stop complaining about the rewards. We definitely want this fusion token. We want the and we won the 5-star. So we're gonna do everything possible to do that. Now we're gonna go ahead and open some shards, right? So we saw from our little app there on Switch how many points we need in total. What we have to do is gonna take most of my shards. Not decided what I'm going to open with the secrets yet on the planning here, but we are gonna go ahead and at least open the secrets because I can't wait. I like opening shards. I put her, these are the champions I have chosen. We have Morgan. I don't know her that well, but I faced her in arena. She looks pretty cool. Seen a video by Ash that she's pretty much amazing. And I don't care about any of the epics. Like I said, I have most epics. They're meaningless to me. So I put him here, Haas, because I could probably put empower him. That's the only reason. Of course, Mabara's here. We already have her. We don't need her again. I actually seen this champion in the arena. She's pretty good. She's pretty cool. But I'd rather get more game, even though this one's newer. So, and here we go. And then we have this champion here, which is also newer, right? And he is one of these faction, what do they call, faction affinity champions? Yeah, so, but he's not amazing. He's not gonna change my account, but more game might add value. So we're gonna go ahead, open some sacred shards and see what we get. So here we go. Let's see how we do. And first epic, and this is why I hate opening sacred shards, is you know you're gonna get epics. So here we go, first epic, garbage, a Hexia. We could care less about any epics we're gonna get. And I think I'm about halfway through Mercy. Aaron, I don't even know who that is, another worthless epic. And the point is, you don't even get epics that you can use, right? I have like 8 of this guy, right? You keep getting epics, they're so worthless. And what's going on here? We are out of silver. All right, let me see what I can do to go get some more silver. And I just realized, because we were actually doing the gear enhancement and I used all my silver in the gear enhancement, we ran out of silver to finish opening these 3 secrets. But I'm gonna go sell some gear. So we got plenty of gear here that I haven't looked at. So let's go in the gear and sell some gear. All we can do, play the Plarium game and see what we can do. Let's see if any of these pieces are worth selling or they're worth keeping. Okay, so we sold enough gear to let's get open the next 3. Let's see. Yeah, we'll have enough. So let's see if we can at least get 1 legendary out of this. And there we go. There we go. Who did we get? Let's see. Cicia Flame Tongue. I don't know who this is. Let's look at the reviews. Wow, she's got a 4.9 on Spider's Den, 4.7 on Hydra, 4.8 on Faction Wars, so she might actually be useful. We got a legendary. So when I get a legendary, I just stop opening secrets. It's not worth it, so that's where we're gonna stop. Let's see. Cicia Fire Tongue. Alright, she looks interesting. I'm not gonna put you guys through reading all of this. You probably know her better than me. I will look at her later. I'm gonna open some ancients now because that's the easiest thing. Let's see if we have enough silver to do this. Get some more points and see where we are. No way. Is that another legendary? We just hit another legendary from the ancients. Who is this? Tyrant Ixlemore. Never heard of this guy, but at least we got a legendary. That is amazing. So my mercy just reset on both my secret and on look at that. I'm gonna take a screenshot, and on my ancients. Looks like it's my lucky day, huh? That never happens. So I'm pretty happy about that. Can't complain there. we're gonna leave it at that. Let's see how many points we have so far. We want to get to about 54,000, and we are halfway there. We said we're gonna buy 2 of the packs. That's another 14,000, so that will get us to 30, 40, 41,000. We still gotta open some more. Imagine if we get a legendary from the boys. That's asking for too much, right? But we are gonna open these boys. Let's see. We got 6. They're 20k silver. Yeah, let's open a couple. Let's see how it goes. We got 300k silver. We go boy. Okay, Lesserman champ. All right, we got an epic. I'm not complaining. I got 2 legendaries. That's as good as it gets. So I'm pretty happy about that. It's probably one of the better times opening shards here for me. Let's see what else we get. We're almost done. 2 more to go. Here we go, and here's the last one, and this is all for the points. All right, let's see where we are on the points. I'm gonna open 3 primals too. Let's see how much silver we need. This cost of silver is so high. Okay, where are we on points? Let's check now. 31,000, and we're gonna go ahead and open the primals. Let's open 3. Right, we got 13. I don't expect to get a mythical, but let's just open 3. We're feeling lucky with all these legendaries. Let's see what happens. There we go, 2 rares, last one. Let's see what we, come on, Plarium. All right, and another rare. Well, we did get 2 legendaries today, so we are not gonna complain. We're gonna save this. We'll probably open these 2 secrets later on when I get some more silver, and we're gonna buy some of the points. Let's see here. Let's take a look at the new champions that we got. There we go. So we got these 2 new guys. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Let's see where we are. The points once again. 37,000. And we are gonna. The goal is to get all the Titan points. That's what we're going for. So we are a little more than halfway there. So doing pretty well. Can't complain. It's all about getting the soul here, huh? We gotta get this key, so okay, fine, we'll get the key. Let's see here. Plarium put everything separate. Still gotta go here to get the key. Yeah, there's no ways around it. Plarium making things difficult. At least we got this one. Oh, well, there we go. We got 200 so far. Can't get this one yet, even though we have enough points, because we need the key. And of course, need to get this whole tree to get the key. All right, fair enough. Oh, we are gonna get as low as we can. Here we go. And then we know exactly how many points we got left. Let's see, 14, 15, 16, 17,000, 15,000 is what we're missing. Yeah, we're gonna open 2 sacred shards and maybe buy a $10 purchase, and that will do it. That will do it. Maybe I'll grind some with my energy, see what I get, and I can skip that $10 purchase. But so far, not too bad. We are halfway there. A lot of progress. Here we go in the Titan event. A lot of progress. Let's go ahead and collect all these silly rewards that need to be buffed. Alright, collected everything. Yes, I know, and I collecting them one by one. Gotta enjoy what little bit you can in this game. So here we go. Collected another ancient shard. Ancients gave me a legendary today, so I'm extremely happy about that. And here we go. And now we are in milestone 3. It's pretty good day. Opening shards for me, can't complain. 2 new legendaries. I usually don't hit, so that's pretty good. I hope everybody enjoyed this overview of the events we have, how to go about them, an update on the fusion, and I'm hoping you're having a great day. Hopefully you'll get as lucky as me and get a better legendary, or even have more luck than I did. Have a great time opening your shards. Thank you for watching this video, and if you can, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, guys.
Thanks for watching, Raiders. Now if you can please share, like and subscribe, then go fight throughout Teleria.